Hey guys, it's Goosey here, and today I want to rate the extra modes in a list today. First things first, I've played a certain amount of games, and to be exact, I've played 40 games altogether. And to be aware, in all of these game modes, I'm pretty much sitting around at the champ level, high diamond level, except for snow day. I don't, it's just snow day. Now, if you're curious, I'm only ranking the 4 games in the extra mode playlist, so for example, no Heat Seeker, no Boomer mode are going to be ranked in this video, but if this does well, we can definitely do that another time. So, in this video, we'll talk about these game modes and try to rank them fairly. So with that all out the way, let's get into our first game mode, Rumble.
Shit! Fuck me!
Rumble was pretty much a standard 3v3 match, but with 11 different power-ups, and was added on the 8th of September 2016. Now this does lead to quite an interesting game, as there are 6 players spamming as much power-ups as they can hopefully out-power up the other team.
What?
That was a hard sentence, moving on. Now with this game being out for almost 7 years, let's see how it looks in today's game. Now the good thing about this game mode is that it is usually intense, because even when you are 2 goals up, there's still a high possibility that the other team can bounce back. And the only other good thing about Rumble is that most of the power-ups are quite fun. There's only like a certain few that, aren't good, but most of them, are quite enjoyable. Now for the bad. Firstly, you get these terrible maps to play on. Like, I don't even want to play on these old maps, even if it is Rumble, because they're taken out of the game, because no one liked them from the start. Secondly, the power-ups are not balanced at all. And yes, I said something isn't balanced in Rocket League. And yes, I said the power-ups are fun just before. But being fun is completely different to being balanced, because you shouldn't be sitting there praying to God that you don't get some certain power-ups, because some other power-ups are just way better. And lastly, the people who play this game mode. I know we can't control this, but for whatever reason, the people who play this game mode are honestly out for blood. I don't know what got into these people, but I can probably just guess that they are hard-stuck diamonds who use this game mode to get their champ rewards, which probably does lead to a hostile environment thinking about it. But to sum this up, I think that Rumble isn't actually as terrible as people say it is. It's quite entertaining in my opinion. There's a lot of different ways that you can use the power-ups, and the people who play this game mode are honestly just funny to laugh at. But with that said, there's a lot of flaws in Rumble. Like, Psyonix needs to do a bit of work with it. I think they could personally add power-ups to Rumble to make it entertaining and feel kind of fresh. And get rid of those fucking lab maps and fucking old competitive maps as well. Shit's ass. But with that being said, the highest I can give this game mode is a 6 out of 10.
It's one of the great wrestling cities.
It's called the Midwest because every single thing in it is mid.
Hold up.
Let him cook. Let him cook now.
Ice in the fucking veins, mate! Fucking off that, you cunt!
A few moments later.
Now, Drop Shot was added on the 22nd of March in 2017. This game mode requires you to break the floor with a ball and then score the ball through the ground. Incredible, isn't it? And rather than playing on a standard shaped map, you play on a hexagon shaped map. And to be honest, this game mode does a really good job at being completely different to the standard modes and also sharing the exact same physics as the standard modes. If you did not get that, let me explain. The whole entire purpose of this game mode is completely different to the purpose of the standard modes. So, if I was playing standard 3v3s, my whole entire purpose is just to score the goal. But with Drop Shot, pretty much the whole purpose is to break the ground and then score a goal. So there's that extra barrier which is plays out completely different to a standard mode. And when you are sharing the same physics as the standard modes, it does make Drop Shot a good alternative in my opinion, because if you don't want to play competitive freeze, for example, you should be able to just queue up a game and oh, we found the game, and then be able to do the same things as you do in the competitive games. And this is one of the big reasons why I personally love Dropshot. But with some good, there's always got to be some bad. And, you know, the first thing I want to point out about Dropshot is the map. You know, I understand 2017 early Rocket League was kinda, they were experimenting with different shaped maps, but I think the community has made its decision that we do not like these maps. And I think the difference between Dropshot and Rumble, and why I can be with it in Dropshot, is because that this is the only map that you play in Dropshot. So it's so much more bearable than Rumble, because you play on normal maps and then out of nowhere you just get that goofy ass map that just pisses you off. The other bad thing about Dropshot is that the queue times are painful. Like, no one plays Dropshot, and it's weird because most people I know, they fucking love Dropshot, but for whatever reason the game mode is just empty, which is a concerning problem, to be honest. But now we've got to rate this game out of 10. And honestly, to fix this game mode, it just needs a standard shaped map. Like, I swear to God, mate, that's just all it needs. But besides that, the game mode, in my opinion, is hella underrated, super enjoyable, super good. So, in my opinion, it gets a 7 out of 10.
Not bad, kid.
Get the fuck out!
360 ooga
What the fuck is that?
Added on April 26th of 2016, this game mode, like Dropshot, is very similar to the standard modes, but with its own little twist. First things first, the goal is now a basketball hoop. Big shock, big shock. And then the next thing is that the ball just bounces so ever slightly more, which does lead to you getting fucked over a lot by the bounce. So the good thing about this game mode is that it's the only 2v2 extra mode, which means if you're just playing with one other person and you don't want to play 3v3s, this is easily the best extra mode to play. Now the other thing that Hoops does very well is just, I can't really explain it, this game mode just plays out very well. You know, the games are always entertaining, there's always something going on, and it's just like, it's such a fun mode to learn. Like, out of all the other ones, this one is definitely like the most interesting one with skill, you know, with the skill ceiling, you know, because I see those people do the kickoff bumps, they look fucking sick, and just the way how you score is completely different, the way how you defend is completely different, and it, you know, I just respect that about Hoops. It's just such a different game mode that it becomes very enjoyable. And when it comes to negatives in Hoops, quite honestly, there's none. Like, there's no big flaws in Hoops. Like, recently Sonic added a new map personally for Hoops, which is real good. The queue times sometimes are bad, but most of the time, if you just queue up at a good time, you're gonna find a game quite quickly. Like, there's nothing that I could just complain about. I don't have any problems with the map. I understand the ball's gonna be different, so you know, you gotta keep it like that. But yeah, when it comes to rating this game mode, like, the lowest I can put it is a 9 out of 10, and I don't want to say it's perfect because it's not. So the rating of Hoops is a 9 out of 10.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Released on the 14th of December 2015, Snow Day is the oldest extra mode in Rocket League, if I'm not mistaken, to be honest. And Snow Day sucks, like, it just sucks so much. Like, this game mode is pretty much just 50-50s on the ball until you score. And in my opinion, that's just dead as fuck, mate. Like, I do not want to be playing that. You know, all game, nah. And I'm sorry if you find Snow Day fun, but mate, if you find Snow Day fun, you'll probably play lawn bowls or croquet as your sport. That's how fucking boring you are. So, with saying that, like, there's no good rating I can give this game mode, quite honestly. So, I'm gonna be nice to it a little bit and give it a 3 out of 10. Like, this game mode just sucks. Just please don't play this game mode.
His hair, whack. His gear, whack. His jewelry, whack. His foot stance, whack. The way that he talks, whack. The way that he does.
Hey guys, it's Goosey here. If you've watched the whole video, I fucking love you. But if you skipped the whole video just to see where I've ranked the modes, fuck you, here it is, you cheeky bastard. And before we move on to the end, a lot of stuff I said about the modes are mainly things to fix in the short term, because as a player, I would prefer changes being done now rather than later. And also, I don't want this video to be an hour long talking about how we can fix the extra modes. I'm sure someone else would do it, but I ain't gonna do it, to be honest. So with that all out the way, I'm sorry for being late to upload. This video is a completely different video to what I normally do, and everything about this video was a learning process. But with that all said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace.